General Hospital recap for Wednesday, August 27th, delivered high-stakes drama in Port Charles, with Nina Reeves vowing Drew Kane would pay if he ever hurt Willow Tate again, Rick Lansing trapped for 30 days, and multiple schemes colliding across the city. The episode began at Alexis Davis's house, where Molly Lansing Davis confronted her sister Christina Corinthos Davis. Molly revealed she knew all about Christina paying Cody Bell to seduce Ava Jerome. The revelation immediately sparked tension, and before the argument could escalate further, Sonny Corinthos arrived, asking questions about ADA Justine Turner's jurisdiction. Christina, eager to regain control of the situation, made it clear she wanted Sonny out of the conversation, leaving Molly caught between the siblings' power plays. Meanwhile, in a basement where Rick Lansing was being held, Alexis Davis made a surprising appearance. She refused to grant him freedom, making it clear that Rick was trapped as part of a larger plan. Slowly, it became apparent to Rick that Alexis was fully complicit in his captivity. She explained that he would remain detained until the Treasury bonds matured in 30 days. Only once the money was replaced and Ava surrendered the proof against Christina could Rick expect to walk free. Alexis assumed that Rick would avoid going to the authorities, given the shared dirt among everyone involved. After Christina texted Alexis, the gag was placed back in Rick's mouth, leaving him helpless. At the same time, Sonny kept track of Drew Kane's legal situation regarding his restraining order. He assured Alexis that Drew would eventually face consequences for his actions, hinting at the ongoing tension between the Corinthos family and Drew. Christina also made her presence felt, visiting Rick to taunt him over his predicament and remind him of just how powerless he was under her control. Elsewhere, Ava Jerome visited Lucas Jones to obtain sleeping pills. While Lucas believed they were for Ava, they seemed intended to ensure Rick remained incapacitated in some way. Lucas later heard about Ava and Rick ending things and informed Elizabeth Baldwin, adding another layer to the unfolding drama. At Portia Robinson's office, Curtis Ashford discussed Drew's investigation into medical insurance fraud involving Stella Henry. Stella tried to maintain optimism, hoping the ordeal would soon be over, but fraud agents arrived shortly afterward to suspend and arrest her. Curtis struggled to reach Alexis, leaving Jordan Ashford to help stabilize the situation. Portia observed the interaction and noted a tense moment between Jordan and Curtis, clearly displeased by the closeness they shared. Stella was ultimately taken into custody, and Curtis finally contacted Alexis to inform her of Stella's arrest. Back at the Port Charles Grill, the spotlight turned to Nina Reeves. She caught Willow sitting down with Drew and instantly flew into a rage. Nina warned Willow that meeting with Drew in public was dangerous and could cost her the children permanently. She reminded Willow that Drew's other schemes had failed, making it risky to rely on him for protection. Willow, frustrated, blamed Nina for her problems and reminded her mother that Drew had claimed Willow prevented him from confessing certain passionate encounters. Still, Willow believed Drew was her best hope for regaining custody of her kids, as long as he kept his promises. She left Nina fuming, giving Drew another reason to worry. Meanwhile, at the church, Giovanni Gio Palmieri came to light a candle for his adoptive mother's birthday and ran into Marco Rios. Marco was also at the church for Natalia Ramirez, and the two men struck up a conversation. Gio assured Marco that Sonny had nothing to do with Natalia's death, attempting to keep peace between the families. After Marco departed, Brooklyn Quartermain arrived to light a candle for Camilla Palmieri. Gio insisted the day was about his mother, not anyone else, leading to a heartfelt moment between him and Brooklyn. Emotions ran high as Brooklyn reflected on Camilla's sacrifice, and Gio seemed genuinely moved by her tears, signaling a potential turning point in their relationship. At Windermere, Jens Sidwell confronted Lucy Coe with evidence of Deception's plummeting stock. He offered to invest more for a larger stake in the company, but Lucy questioned his true motives. Sidwell suggested he was helping her, though the presence of a mysterious associate hinted at ulterior motives. Sidwell later discussed matters with Marco, who urged him to use leverage over the judge immediately. Sidwell, however, insisted patience was key, setting the stage for future betrayal. Back at the Port Charles Grill, Nina's warning to Drew reached a boiling point. "I swear if you hurt my daughter again, I'll see you dead," she declared, leaving Drew momentarily stunned. He suggested she should be arrested for the threat, but Nina reminded him that the most dangerous people are those with nothing left to lose. After she left, Marco approached Drew, revealing he had overheard the confrontation. Seeing the danger Drew faced, Marco hinted that he had a solution, but his assistance came with its own complications. General Hospital spoilers indicate Marco's potential betrayal will infuriate Sidwell, adding even more layers to the web of conflict in Port Charles. Nina's vow against Drew, Rick's captivity, Stella's arrest, and all the behind-the-scenes plotting make this a tense chapter in the ongoing saga. By the end of Wednesday's episode, multiple storylines intersected with high stakes. Nina protecting Willow, Drew navigating threats and restraining orders, Rick stuck in a 30-day limbo, and Sidwell and Marco positioning themselves for future moves. Each character's actions set up new conflicts, alliances, and betrayals, ensuring that viewers are left eager for the next installment.